So here we go, round number one, fight number one of tonight's Block 1 Pro Show from Box Park in Liverpool in association with Boxer Next Gen. In the black shorts, Brad Strand from the Everton Red Triangle Gym in Liverpool, taking on Erick Lopez, originally from Guadalajara in Mexico. Based in the UK these days, Mr. Lopez moved over to the UK in the last summer of 2024. 25 fights he's had since. What an absolute tear that is, James. 25 fights in 18 months, phenomenal. He's only won one. He's lost 23. Never been stopped. His only stoppage loss was back in Mexico. Absolutely donkeys years ago. Lovely shot from Brad. Great right-hand lead. He's always been a fantastic mover, Bradley Strand, ever since his amateur days.
Yeah, unbelievable. Really technical. Always had a lovely jab. Sure, he's still called Brad the Jab.
The jab, he did, yeah, absolutely. Four-time national champion. Again, it's lovely work out there. Lopez just covering up.
Yeah, I've seen him fight before, Lopez, for Conor Butler when I last fought in March, and for Kurt Wiggins as well. I remember seeing that towards the end of last year, and he does this where he tucks up, doesn't really do much, and then tries to take shred off in typical South American fashion.
By the time he rolls back into those ropes and tucks up, because his body is so short, he like balls up into what represents a heavy bag.
Yeah.
If he takes those shots on the arms, on the elbows, you can see how he gets work.
Yeah, he's a tough man. You know, he's not one of the away fighters that comes to just lie down for. He does just try to give everyone a good workout who he's in there with.
I say Brad had that terrific run until he bounced into Dennis McCann last year. Lost that fight on points. That was a big fight for him. Bit of a crossroads fight for both, to be honest with you. McCann moved forward. Fortunately, McCann has subsequently failed the drug test, been suspended. Now we're hearing that it was a bit of a mess. God only knows what's going on with the Dennis McCann situation these days. You can't get a straight answer out of anybody. But Bradley Strand moved on. Then we had that great fight, as I say, with Baluta, which for me, James, he was winning. And he was winning comfortably.
I had him as winning comfortably.
Until Baluta stood on his toe in the 9th round. The referee despicably scored it as a knockdown. But even so, I thought he was comfortably ahead in that fight anyway.
Yeah, even with the knockdown, I still had Brad winning. And you know, I think for Brad it's probably a tough one to take, because you know, I feel like Brad should be fair then and should have moved on to the position Baluta got put in. And you know, for Brad, I think tonight he's just got to come back, get back to what he does best, and push back on 10 big fights.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and well, listen, we're not daft enough to try and convince you otherwise. Bradley Strand is above this level.
Yeah, definitely.
He's above this level of opponents. But what this is about keeping busy. You know, boxing's in a strange place right now because the influx of cash from Saudi Arabia means that at the top of the sport, for people like this fella behind us, Nick Ball, we're getting the best fights possible. We're getting massive world title fights, big paychecks in Saudi Arabia. But the trickle down hasn't quite got to domestic level, James. We're not seeing as many domestic shows as we used to. Frank and Eddie aren't doing as many domestic shows as what they were 5 or 6 years ago. I understand that why, because I'm not complaining. As a boxing fan, we're getting great big fights, huge unification fights, massive world title fights, sensational. But the work isn't there for everybody below that level, and that's why it's important that's why Brad's come back down to this level, to make sure he gets work and stays busy.
Yeah, that's it, to keep busy. I think as a boxer, every boxer will tell you activity is the most important thing, and you know, for Brad, I'm sure he'll be made up just to get back in there, shake the rust off, and be in a position if the phone goes for a big fight. He's had a good run out tonight. Good fighting by Brad. Got Lopez going backwards.
Yeah, that's what he does though, the Mexican.
Yeah.
Curls up on them ropes and then he just wings away with a wild hook. Nice. But this is all that Brad's got to do for 6 rounds. Pick him off, keep it long, work on things. You mentioned the Conor Butler performance in March from Lopez. I think at times he caught Conor Butler on the way in. Conor got a little bit frustrated with him and started swinging with him. Yeah, you can't do that with a fella like this. No. You just got to bully, probe him, push him round, and let him know the boss is there. Yeah,
I think with a star like Lopez, you see the way he tries and lures Brad in by all the showboat and the shake in the head when he lands. You can get frustrated with him. You got to keep a clear head. not fall into his games and just box him like Brad's doing. No, Brad's making him really. I don't think I've seen Brad get caught clean. He's boxing him lovely in and out, using his jab nice, good lateral movements, looking good.
Back on the jab.
Opponent like this, James, is it hard to look good against because of his style, because of the way he shells up, and because of how wild and unpredictable his counters are?
Yeah, definitely. There's some away opponents that you come across and they'll give you a better night than some prospects, and I'm sure Brad probably finds it the same. I find, especially when you're in the gym and you're sparring good top-class kids and you throw a punch and they sometimes come back and counter you in the way you'd expect. With some of these awkward away fighters, they do things that you don't really see every day. So
like that, like swinging a big uppercut from the soles of his boots when he's backing into his own corner.
You're not switched on, you can take one, and in them little gloves, even though the Mexican looks he's kind of a bit of weight, he looks like he's got power as well.
Yeah, it's nice work from Brad Strand.
Yeah, good combinations.
Push him back, Brad.
I tell you what, between Bradley Strand and Nick Ball and Andrew Kane and the plethora of other, because they're the ones at the tip of the iceberg, if you like, that Everton Red Triangle gym, the quality of sparring in there must be insane for these guys, like bantam, super bantam featherweights. Must be unreal.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine they barely don't have to get sparring in much for the quality of lads. They've got, you know, different stances, they've got southpaws, they've got
they're all different as well.
Yeah, different styles, every one of them.
John McGrail, Peter McGrail, like all one of them have got a unique style.
Yeah,
but when you put it all together, they could probably copy the style of any opponent either of them ever going to face.
Yeah, it's probably a reason why the gym's come on the way it has, and they're all performing the way they are. You know, when you're constantly mixing and getting good sparring in amongst yourselves, you can only bring yourself on, can't it? And everyone else in the gym around you.
Yeah.
Another good round for Brad there.
Yeah, he's going through the gears nicely there. He's not getting too greedy. But I think Paul will be telling them in the corner, comfortable 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Listen, we know that what this is. This is the type of opponent that if you get in there and you think, right, I'm going to try and make a statement. Nobody stops this guy. This guy fights every other week or every weekend if he can. I'm going to go in there and try and stop him. I'm going to go in there and unload the tank. That's how it can look bad. That's how you can start getting messy. That's how you get cuts. That's how you catch an elbow.
That's it. You start chasing a fight and you start trying to force the fight on them. And as cliche as it is, you always hear like force it won't happen, force it won't happen. But every boxer in there will tell you it's true. The more you look for it, the more it never comes. So I think you just got to take your time, just box like Brad's boxing. And, you know, he keeps landing them combinations. You never know. Accumulation of damage has never been stopped. It's got to go at some point, hasn't it? You can only be tough for so long. And as you say, you had 25 fights was it last year. It's got to add up.
25, won 1, lost 23 and drew 1 as well. And I know that doesn't make pretty reading, but what you've got to look at is the fact that his career record is 18-23, 18-32 and 3 Lopez. So back in Mexico, there was a time when he was, I wouldn't say a contender, but he was certainly win 1, lose 1.
Yeah.
But like his countryman, who's also on this card a little bit later on, Garcia Lopez, both these guys moved to the UK in 2024 to become professional journeymen, if you like. So, okay, they're not going out there winning the number of fights that they were back in Mexico, but they're out there giving real good work to this level as well. You know, Bradley Strand is at top British title level, fringe European level. Like, he's there. We know that because the performance against Baluta, we know that he's right there. That was just a bad night with the scorecards. So for Lopez to be able to give work to that level opponent, that's testament to him as a journeyman and what he's able to do. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I know when he fought Kate and seen him on the back of a short, he had WBC badge on there and a WBA, so he's obviously fought for the regional belts in Mexico when he's been there. So, and you can see he's not a pushover, is he?
He knows what he's doing, yeah. Bit of a push there.
Yeah, push down on Brad there.
The Lopez corner trying to claim that was a knockdown, but it was most certainly a push.
Yeah, no.
I wonder if Brad threw through his mind then saying, "Oh my God, don't do it again! Don't give me a standing count again."
Yeah, no. Some round the back of the head there.
Yeah, just trying to rough Brad up now.
Yeah.
Just because Brad slowed the pace down a little bit, you know, he's got a couple of rounds in the bank.
Lovely.
Lopez just trying to hit him with whatever he can, elbows, you name it.
Yeah,
just to try and get him out of his rhythm, that's all.
That's it. It's clever tactics from the away fighter. It's what they've got to do to try and break the rhythm up with the fighters in the home corner. Well, I think Brad's been a bit too experienced, been around it a bit too long for that to work on him. Good shot.
That's lovely.
Shot.
That left hook is money every
it's
time.
quick, isn't it?
You seen that one coming from Lopez?
Yeah.
Brad read him like a book there, caught that leaping left hook from the Mexican.
Just be a bit clever.
Yeah.
Watch out for the swings. Just keep picking them off, box them well.
Oh, nice slippy work there from Lopez up against the ropes. That was nice, yeah. He's gone back, just a little saunter back to his corner there, as to say, see that? Just slipped 3 or 4 shots from Bradley Strand at the end. And he's quite proud of himself indeed.
Yeah, he'll take that.
Yeah, opponents like this, when you've been to the level that Brad has, as I say, you know, he's been to solid domestic level, fringe European level. To come back here now, it's just about getting back on the horse, and it's about putting that loss to Baluta behind him. You know, I've got no doubt that that Baluta fight will be made again further down the line. But you can't let it derail you. You can't let it take away your drive, your goals, your ambitions, because 2026 could be a massive year for Bradley Strand.
Yeah, definitely.
A massive year. Super bantamweight division's all opened up again. His old adversary, Liam Davis, the former European champion, he's moved up to featherweight now. So there's a little bit of a space there, super bantamweight division, for Bradley Strand to step back into. And that Liam Davis fight, that was one I was pushing for last year. That fight's still there at some stage.
Yeah, of course. You know, never know if Brad gets older, he might fill out. You know, you say put more mass on as you get older. So Brad can move up. See a fight you could see.
2 wins over Liam Davis, Bradley Strand in the amateur ranks, which is why I bring up that rivalry. Obviously so much more accomplished. Lovely little counter right hand there. Slipped in, threw it over the top.
Nice and relaxed.
A little bit of a headbutt.
So
they both felt that,
yeah.
Who come off worst there? Is it worse to get hit on the top of your head, or is it worse on the forehead?
I think top of the head's worse. Not nice, them ones. Hit more than a punch.
One of the best shots Lopez has landed so far. That little headbutt.
Lovely combination. It's always the danger with someone like Lopez, because he comes in so quickly out of nowhere. Heads can clash, and Brad will probably be wary of trying to pick up a cut in a fight like this. Just miles on the clock, he probably wouldn't need.
But he's so much shorter as well, as you say. He does leap forward, he does ball forward with that head. That's the way to do it. Little step backwards, straight 1-2 down the middle.
Really good distance always, Brad.
Here's that jab, Brad the jab.
Yeah. No telling it, just snaps it out.
Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah. Quiet as spell for Lopez.
Yeah, I think he started the round thinking Brad was going to have it with him a little bit more. And then he's realised that he's actually, no. He's got his footwork going again. He's not mixed it up. He doesn't want to fight. He's here to put a boxing lesson on.
Yeah, no, he's in a good rhythm, yeah.
Little catch counter again.
Yeah.
Lovely right hand.
Brad's hand's always in a nice place as well for when the big counters do come back off Lopez.
That's that foundation, I guess. You don't become a 4-time national champion and, you know, enter the pro ranks with the expectations that he has.
Lovely.
By dropping your right hand. It's a great right hand as well. Lopez felt that one. He's backed into his corner. Lopez just let that right hand as he threw a left hook. Just didn't expect it to come through.
Yeah, he's got caught in the wrong position, and they're the ones that hurt a bit more when they do land.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a great left hook as well.
Good round for Brad.
Yeah, really good round that. I think the first 30 seconds I was thinking Lopez was having a bit of success in the clinch. He was throwing his head in. And it was as if Bradley Strand just said, no, I'm going to go back on the back foot. And I'm just going to feed you this jab and feed you this right hand whenever I want to. Controlled the pace of it really well.
Yeah, raised the level up there, didn't he, Brad? Picked it up, picked the shots well. Looked like he hurt Lopez once or twice. So I think he's putting them shots together well. I think he'll start to break Lopez down. I think seeing the pace already dropped a bit from Lopez after the first 30 seconds.
With a guy who boxes this frequently, James, someone like Lopez, when you put in a 6-rounder with this guy, a professional, I don't want to say professional loser, that's hard, but professional journeyman, a guy that's here to give you rounds but ensure that his #1 job is not to get stopped. Because if he gets stopped, he doesn't fight for 30 days. So, are they always dangerous for the first 4 rounds? Is it 5 and 6 now where we think Lopez might go on his bike a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I think, a lot of them, although they are proud fellas like Lopez, they also at the same day, it's the way they make money, it's the way they provide for the families and stuff. So the main priority for them is to stay safe and stay protected in there. And to be fair, Lopez does do a very good job of tucking up well. He's happy to take a body shot there and he to protect his face.
There you go, he just keeps Brad honest with that little left hook.
Yeah, sort of lulls you into a false sense of security, doesn't he?
But not as much, just going to say, not as much venom in those shots anymore, but he threw that one from the back of the room.
Lovely.
Everything's off that quick jab, isn't it? He does not neglect that jab at all, Bradley Strand. No. Fantastic.
Really well scored, technically brilliant.
Yeah, I think, for any young amateurs watching or anyone at home who's obviously new to the game or starting out in the game, God, you couldn't go far wrong than watching how Bradley Strand moves, how he throws, the shot selection, that jab, as I say, quite often, it's the most underappreciated shot in all of boxing, but it's the most important punch. There's a reason why it's the first punch you learn when you step into a boxing ring.
Yeah, definitely. Sets everything up off it well. He's always fighting if it goes down, if it comes up with it. Puts his combinations together off the back of it.
But doubles it, trebles it,
throws
a left hook off the end of it.
It's clever, really.
Yeah, it's superb.
It's all simple, really simple, good stuff. Nice shot.
Eso. Side. That's it.
Nice.
What's the counters? Keep them on him,
Good feet by Brad there. Little steps back.
Yeah, distance control, magnificent, as the great Teddy Atlas likes to say. Controls that geography well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Always in a good position, ready to punch off it wherever he stops.
A nice cheeky left hook.
Yeah, he just turned it over quick, didn't he, off the jab. Good fighting. Got Lopez back in the corner.
Nice, Brad.
Yeah, just felt that one, Lopez. You can see him just suck it up.
A
great left hand to the body.
When they wave you on, you usually know it landed.
Yeah. Even though those high shorts there, Lopez definitely felt that one.
Yeah, he did.
See him take a big gulp of air, suck it in. Yeah. He'll be happy, obviously. He's only got 1 round to go. But Bradley Strand could do this all night, couldn't he?
Yeah, I think so. He looks really comfortable, doesn't he? Now he's been out the ring since March, but he looks comfortable in there. Looks no signs of ring rust to me. Against an opponent who can be tricky as well. He's not easy to look good against Lopez with the way he fights. Can draw you into a bit of a fight.
It's a horrible place to be after, to wait so long after a night like Baluta as well. A night where you genuinely feel and should feel aggrieved that you were let down by the referee, certainly let down by the judges on the night, to have to wait all this time to finally get back in the ring to put that one behind you. I can imagine it's been a horrific last 9 months for Bradley Strand.
Yeah, definitely. Sure, it's hard for him, can imagine he's always in the gym training hard, so he's waiting for a chance. Especially if he knows the level he's been at and believes he should be at.
Yeah.
I think it must be hard to try to keep yourself motivated and just waiting on that phone call, but this will do him good, get himself back, get him back in the mix, and hopefully a big next year for him. Stab to the body.
Yeah. He just disguises it so well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You don't know where that jab's going.
Lovely.
Excellent. See, now he's got to round 6. Is this the most dangerous place to be with Lopez because he's got nothing to lose now, because the end's in sight for him? Is he liable to just throw something like that?
Yeah, I think a lot of time these away fighters, they come into the last round, 5 rounds down, they think they'll have a go now.
Got him in the gas tank.
Safe, yeah. And Lopez, to be fair to him, he's not in the best shape, but he explodes with every shot, and
yeah.
I can imagine at his natural weight, which is probably flyweight, he'd be a right handful.
Yeah.
I think Brad's done a really good job though, staying switched on. Hard sometimes when you've not got much coming back at you, it's not taking any stupid risks, you don't need to.
Of course. As you say, when you're literally having world-class sparring day in, day out in the gym, and then suddenly, with all due respect to Lopez, you drop down to this level, it can be easy for your level to drop as well, but I don't think we've seen that from Brad Strand tonight. I think he's looked great.
Yeah, I think he's
there we
really
go.
good.
Lopez is having his time.
Yeah, little bit.
Just trying to rough him up.
Nice fighting by Brad there, trying to throw the wild punch.
Yeah. Or Steve-O just reminded him, get that bit of distance. You don't need to be in there.
Nice combinations by Brad. Shot.
I think what Lopez has done, he's built a body to take body shots. He's built a body to soak up body shots, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
He resembles a little heavy bag. Just soaks up the power of those punches.
Yeah, he's a tough man.
Not a mark on him.
No.
He's been pinned everywhere for 6 rounds, and there's absolutely not a mark on him.
You can see why he doesn't get stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough man.
Whoa. It's the right thing. Go for a little walk.
Yeah.
There
lovely.
we go. Well done, Bradley Strand.
Bit of experience, not get sucked into it, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, Lopez landed a nice counter there. He slipped one and landed one. And there's the experience there. I don't need to land back.
Yeah,
I need to get a bit of distance and settle down.
Lovely.
Lopez acknowledged that right hand as well.
Good 6 rounds for Brad.
Yeah, solid 6 rounds. Real good performance from Bradley Strand. It's been a long time coming since Mark James, and he'll be relieved to finally get back in the win column and hopefully look towards, a fight again before the end of the year.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, I think he deserves a big fight. I think, especially after seeing the way Baluta's been given good fights and big fights, I think Brad probably feels like he deserves to be there, and I think probably everyone else other than the judges think so as well, who were there on that night. So, good.
Would you, if you were Team ART, would you be pushing for that rematch?
Yeah, definitely. I think with Brad, you can see he's ready to fight any of the top lads domestically. You know, put him in with any one of them, you wouldn't be worried, would you? So, lots of good fights out there for him. I'd be pushing for any fight that's just going to get him back in title contention now.
Yeah, absolutely. Good 6 rounds. Work out there for Bradley Strand. We will catch up with Brad in a little while, but before we do, we're going to get the official announcement from the referee who scored that fight.
Yeah.
We'll throw to our MC, Mr. Bobby Blundell, for the final decision. I don't think there's any doubt where this one's going.
Not one bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we please have a big round of applause for both of our boxers. After 6 rounds of action, we go to Jamie Kirkpatrick's scorecard, which reads 60 points to 54 in favour of your winner, from Liverpool, Brad Strand. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for Erick Omar Lopez.